Welcome to Florida Man News. I don't have a lot of time to record, but I wanted to get something out. We've got a lot of renovations going on. We don't have a lot of time, but I wanted to do something. I did record this once already, and the file got corrupted, so now I had to do it all over again. So I'm going to try my best to do as little editing as possible. So without further ado, let's go. Florida man shoots at roofers for interrupting an argument with his girlfriend. Alright, I looked this up. And apparently the roofer, while he was working, he looked over at them. And this Florida man decided, hey, he's flirting with my girlfriend. So he chased the roofer up a ladder. When the roofers told him that they was going to call the police, he goes inside and gets a problem solver. Or at least that's why he called his gun. He shot twice, then they fled in a car. Since they know where they live, he got arrested. A Florida man who claimed to have COVID-19 spits on officer's face and got arrested. He'd been arrested for domestic violence. Well, as soon as he got out of jail, he went straight to the abused girl's house and she called 911. When the police showed up, they went to put him in the back seat and he spit on the officer, saying, I've got COVID-19. Well, guess what? That also got added to his charge. Assault on an officer. Good job, Florida man. Florida man shot and hospitalized after dispute over unleashed dog. Okay, now, this involved two men. They had gotten into a gunfight over the owner of the dog having his dog unleashed. What happened is the guy in his front yard saw the man with the dog not on a leash. He said, hey, that's illegal. And the guy got mad and he pulled out a gun. So the other guy pulled out a gun and they started firing at each other. Well, one got shot and the other one went to jail. Well, eventually the guy that was shot and recovered, he also got arrested. Florida man arrested after police find 5 bottles of Fireball in his golf cart. Okay, a little context here. The man was taken into custody after he was pulled over for driving a golf cart drunk on the road, not on a golf course. This was in the middle of the night. He was like falling asleep behind the wheel right at a stoplight, so they pulled him over. And that's when they saw the alcohol. It already looked like he had enough already, so. Okay, this is one we probably heard before. Minutes after being released from jail, a Florida man was arrested in the parking lot for breaking into cars. That was in the jail's parking lot. A Florida man drank a whole bottle of wine in Winn-Dixie, causing a hit-and-run crash. I think it gets better when you get to know the rest of the story. What he did was he got a whole bottle of wine from Winn-Dixie's, and when he saw he couldn't afford it, he drank the whole bottle. He slammed it. And then he fled, got into his car, and drove off. He ran a red light and crashed. This wonderful treasure of a person also had his 11-year-old daughter with him. This is a classic. Florida man says that his turtle army will destroy everyone. I know I've read that one before. Thong-wearing Florida man arrested while building a shed with a garage on a stranger's property. Okay, this guy was wearing a thong and he was building a shed and throwing chairs around in the stranger's home. When the police showed up, they took the guy in just a thong and he said that he likes making art from trash. Don't know if he's drunk. They didn't really say that. Make more sense if he was drunk, or maybe he's just a loony. Florida man buys an $8 million island, then steals from Walmart. That's pretty self-explanatory. Florida man defiles a washing machine at a Soapy's Coin laundromat. Okay, this is interesting. The first thing I thought when I heard defiled was he got a little too friendly with it. But that's not the case. It's actually more disgusting, honestly. What he did was he pooped on the floor. Then he took that poop and he put it in the soap dispenser of one of the wash machines. Florida man had daughter selling pot brownies at school. I think we can leave that there. A naked Florida man steals a truck with a swan sculpture in the back. Okay, what he did was he stole the swan sculpture. Man, I can't say that word very well. It was worth $25,000. I don't know what made it worth that much, but I don't know. Then he stole a vehicle to be able to take it and flee the scene. Well, he was caught. So, how are you gonna sell that? Is there like a black market for swan sculptures? I don't know. Seems a bit odd to me. Florida man's own dashboard cam lands him in jail. This is funny. He got into an accident and he was trying to prove that he was innocent, showing that he was cut off, and that's what caused the accident. Well, he gave them the dashboard cam to prove that. Well, when they were looking it over, it also caught him bashing in a beauty store's door with a bat and stealing stuff. He was able to bring 2 people to justice. Good job. A Florida man shoveling spaghetti in mouth arrested at Olive Garden. Okay, this drunk guy, he was asking for money outside of Olive Garden, and he was shouting curse words. Later, he came in and grabbed a plate of spaghetti, and he started, with his bare hands, shoveling it into his mouth. He was arrested after the restaurant called the police. I don't think he paid for the food, but I doubt it. A Florida man was killed by the world's most deadly, dangerous bird. This one's actually kind of sad. This was a 72-year-old Florida man. He raised cassowaries. I think that's how you say it. They're related to, like, emus. They got huge claws on their feet that can slice open a predator with just like a swift kick. Well, this man, he ran like a place for special animals, and he just had a lot of rare animals, like a small petting zoo or something. Although I don't think you'd want to be petting that, but you know. He fell down and it attacked him and it sliced him open. He later died of his injuries. Seeing that they're much like emus and they were native to Australia, you should have taken a lesson from history and know that the Aussie emus are militant badasses. Florida man accused of firing urine-filled squirt gun at woman. Not much more needs to be said about that, but I'm sure if you look up April 16th, Florida man, you'll probably find it, so. Pajama-wearing Florida man reportedly wanted to flirt with the Waffle House waitress and pulls out a knife. I guess his flirting didn't go over very well. Florida man makes a fake COVID-19 sign to avoid arrest. This is funny. They have a picture of it. He wrote it in crayon, and not even neat. It was just really badly written. I think it was actually magic marker, but it looked terrible. And he taped it up with electrical tape. And it wasn't on a flat surface. He actually extended the electrical tape against, like, the door frame. It didn't work. Half-naked Florida man wearing underwear marked breathalyzer, blow here, was arrested for a DUI. Yes, sir, that's classy right there. Florida man arrested for biting off a chunk of a man's ear. Decided to Mike Tyson that one. Man, that was an old reference. I think that happened back in the 80s or 90s. I'm not sure. A Florida man worried about zombies breaks into a home. He was afraid of zombies, and he said this way broke into the home to avoid them. Florida man convicted of killing a former FSU mascot in gumbo spice dispute. They both worked at a restaurant. They got into an argument over spices, about what to put on a certain dish. Well, the Florida man grabbed a cutting board to try to attack the man, but the other man, the mascot, former mascot, picked up a small knife to defend himself. Well, that other Florida man decided to leave and come back with a bigger knife. And he killed him by slashing him several times. Tell you what, some people can be passionate about their food, that's for sure. Florida man serving 23 years in prison, back in custody after accidentally being released. Does anyone remember that scene from Idiocracy where he escaped prison by doing something really stupid? Just getting out of line into another one? I don't know why, but that made me think of that. A Florida man was slapped with a big mouth billy bass, the singing fish, after an argument. Okay, they both lived in the same house. One man was playing with the fish to the point where it was irritating the other. To much the chagrin of the other guy, to get back for being told off for playing with the fish, he threw it away. Well, that made the other guy really angry. So he grabbed the fish out of the trash and threw it right at him. Sounds like a fun household, right? Don't worry, be slappy. Don't worry, be slappy now. A Florida man was rescued after trying to ride a hamster ball to the Bahamas. Okay, this guy was trying to do it for charity. He was an endurance runner, and he was planning on taking an inflatable tube and trace the Bermuda Triangle for charity. Okay, this isn't a small feat. It's 1,000 miles to Bermuda, then 1,000 miles to Puerto Rico, and then 1,000 miles back. I think he should have trained better, because he only made it 70 nautical miles. That's it. And he was lost for 3 days. The Coast Guards had to come and rescue him, and it cost a lot of money. I think over $300,000. It wasn't really his first time either. There's a huge difference between 70 miles and 1,000 miles. I don't think he planned ahead very well. That's just a guess. Florida man said he stalked a family to make friends. I really didn't have a chance to look this one up. I'm hoping it's because this guy has maybe autism and can't really read social cues. If not, it's a poor excuse for stalking someone. Either way, it's kind of funny, but I hope if he does have autism, they give him the help he needs. If not, yeah, let him stay in jail. Florida man arrested after allegedly breaking into an office, leaving a sign in the window saying, "Secretary wanted, $17 an hour." Yeah, buddy, that's not how that works. That would be cool, but that's not how it works. And the last one, April 30th. A Florida man and woman pretended to be detectives to try to get a friend out of jail. Now they can stay there with them for quite a bit longer. Thank you guys for joining me for this edition of the Florida Man News. This is like a monthly thing. I wanted to put this one out before the end of April. I'll have another one in May, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to be on, because not only do we have the renovations, we also have to help move my in-laws too. So this is a crazy time of the year. I don't know when it's going to be over with. I know it'll be done before August, hopefully. They got to be out of there by June, I think, so. But after that, they got to settle in. They might need more help. I'm not sure. But that's what I'm here for. I'm going to help them out as much as I can. So thank you again for joining me. I want to give a special thanks to my patrons. I appreciate your patience and your support. Thank you very much. And until next time, this is Dallas, signing off.